It's your boy Daffy El Dente on Alibi TV. And I'm sitting here with some very important people from Alibi Tribe Entertainment, G Production / Convict Music. The man to my immediate right is going to introduce himself to you.
Hi everybody, my name is Eugene McNair. Coming from Atlanta, born in Chicago, South Side to be exact, and we're here to help some people's dreams come true.
My name is Gibson, CEO of G Production, music producer / Convict Music, Akon's label. I'm in Nigeria doing a couple business, interacting with most of the Nigerian artists, with Eugene, who's my partner in many things, and introducing me as new, artists out of Nigeria. And that's what it is.
It's your boy Ayo. Your girl's my favorite African. Basically, WFG General, but right now affiliated with Alibi Tribe ENT. So that's where we're making magic happen.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So for most of you out there that do not know, Gibson is Akon's cousin and partner. So Gibson, tell us what you're doing in Africa, in Nigeria.
Well, Nigeria was a sudden trip. There's a lot of talent that is coming out of here because, like I was saying like a couple of days ago in Senegal when I had the music panel of Call Life, the music I hear has no border, it's totally worldwide. You know what I mean? There's a huge barrier in other countries in Africa except Nigeria. Nigeria is one of the growing country when it comes to, like, when you take today, after the US, you probably got European countries such as England, Germany, France, Japan. But today, after those markets, the only people that's really crossing the border is Nigeria. So it was very important for us to, for me personally, to come here and touch bases. I ain't been here since 2006. So it was important for me to come here and meet all these new talents and existing talents that I have a relationship with, such as P Square, Davido, Wizkid, and Tuande Cole. Today we have a new talent here that, hopefully I'm definitely going to be working with, introduced to me by my boy Eugene, that I do a lot of business with in Atlanta, who, we live in the same city. So, and not only that, but my goal also is to emphasize and help when it comes to consulting, and because we Africans, and the way our system is a little bit different from the setting in the United States and Europe. We work on some different bases. Over there we have royalties, publishing. Here is chop my money straight up. It's cash. So it's always good to see like young artists coming up such as him. Like you want to just be behind them, tell them like what is the right structure to make a success. Because money comes, but at the same time, it'll stop. So the best thing you can do for artists like him that's coming up is not to make the same mistake that other artists will make. When you get your camp structure, when you get your money structure, you know how to do your business, you know how to run your label to make sure that tomorrow, if you're not bumping anymore, you're safe. You know what I mean? Financially.
Because it happens to a lot of artists. After the music industry, they got nothing, And you mentioned you and Eugene have like a partnership. So you want to tell us a little bit
partnership with a lot of things, man. We got a lot of clients around the world, from Morocco, Nigeria, to Europe, Africa, Russia, when it comes to studio equipment, building studios and stuff like that. And also when it comes to production, music and artists, we partner up a lot. Like, I'm not directly involved into this, but when I say direct involvement, that's their artists, but there's a reason why I'm around because of my experience. And I like to, when I hear like talent, I always want to be part of it. It's not always in the money aspect, but we're here to help each other, because if you blow tomorrow, it's also good, like, okay, well, he was part of this project. It's like called A&R. That's the job of A&R, is to make sure to pick the right tracks and, have like the right management and make sure that the things are done the proper way. And him being part of that project, and as a friend, of course, if he asked me to come help him as a consultant and to be able to deal with his partners, such as management and the rest of the camp, I would bring my ideas. I'm not saying to follow it, but at least, just share, direct them in our experience. We've been deep into this for 20 years, working with from Akon, Snoop, Puff Daddy,
Yeah.
to 50 Cent, to Rihanna, to any major artist that you can think of today. You know what I mean? Yeah, Rick Ross, 2 Chainz, and Jason Derulo that I did records recently.
Yeah.
I produced another record for Jason Derulo.
Pitbull.
Pitbull,
Sweet.
yeah. So, you know, Russian artist, Timothy, so,
Yeah.
you know, we definitely rock together in a lot of things, so, you know, he's family, so.
Oh.
And that's my main reason to come to, of coming to Nigeria, to be honest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But at the same time, still connecting with other people that I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so Eugene.
Yes.
So, why this man sitting right next to you? Why him?
Only God knows the answer to that.
Only God knows that.
You know.
Because there's a huge pool of talent in Nigeria. You know that.
Yes.
You've been coming to Nigeria for a while.
Yeah,
And you love it here.
Yes, I love the country.
Yeah. So why him? Why this guy right next to you? I'm not gonna like spill his name yet.
Okay.
But why him?
Well, basically, give you a little background on myself. You know, I'm from the south side of Chicago. Grew up in Atlanta. Went back to Chicago, and I'm of the hip hop generation. I was kind of raised by hip hop, and I just throughout my life, God has placed me in places and put me around people that I normally would never have the opportunity to be around. People would die or give their life just to be around some people I call friends. And I never realized why God would put me around people like that. First guy he put me around was Kanye West. I started rapping with him. He was making beats, so I said, well, shoot, I better make beats too. Maybe he can teach me, because he's good. So when I went through that part of my life, I realized later on that, some things happened in my life to where me being an artist wasn't my calling. A lot of people will try things and they think something's for them, but it might not necessarily be what God wants to happen in your life. Yeah, so I figured that out pretty quick, and I said, you know what? I know music, I know production, I know rapping, I know, I'm a hip hop person. So let me try to help somebody else become successful. Let me be a facilitator, because I get just as much pleasure out of helping somebody else succeed than seeing myself succeed. So by the grace of God, I met Isaac Fayoshi. He was actually putting together the sound system for this very place we're doing this interview in right now. Yeah. That's how I met him. And through that, I got to come back to Africa, back home, after 400 years. And I said, you know what, this place, the music is thriving, the music scene is vibrant, it's live, but it's not really structured that well, and the quality of the music is a big gap, from the P Squares and the Davidos to, other artists who don't really know how to put together a proper studio to get the proper sound to have music that's going to compete on a global level. So for me, I came to Nigeria. I told Isaac what I like to do. Isaac said, okay, if that's what you want to do, I'll try to help you. So I met Ayo, just here at Alibi again, talked to him. He felt me, I felt him. It was like, yo, let me come out to your studio in Festac. So I went out to his studio the next day, and he was introducing me to some of his artists, a guy named C Cent. He himself raps. He introduced me to Young John, producer of Story of the Gods for Alameda. He introduced me to Mojazz, very, very good, young, raw, talented producers. And the first day I met them, they gave me beats to take home. They didn't even know me a few hours. And so while we were there, I heard a voice, and I heard somebody freestyling or something. What were you doing? What did you do?
I was freestyling.
And I said, I was like, yo, where's that coming from? Who is this? Who is this? And he wasn't even in the same room. He was in the live room. And I went, and I was like, yo, hey, who's that cat? He's like, this is so-and-so. I was like, okay, yo, what's up, man? How you doing? You got a situation? What are you trying to do with your career? He's like, yo, I rap. I do reggae. I was like, you do reggae? You African, though. And he was talking in Patois, and I was like, are you from Jamaica? He's like, no, I'm from Nigeria. I'm like, okay, well, I'm part Jamaican, so what's going on here? And he's like, I do reggae. I was like, okay, so right there, that was different for me. And, any day he chose not to come to that studio that day, we wouldn't be here right now. Any other day. So, to me, I feel like there's so many artists, and not everybody's going to get a chance because it's just not that much money. It's just people don't have that much time. So I said to myself, I'm going to take it upon myself and use my friends to try to help this man achieve a dream that's pretty hard here. It may seem like it's easy, but it's not easy here. So I felt what I should do was bring the American ingenuity, bring what we learned in the States, bring the techniques, bring the mindset, you know, bring the drive that we have in America, and just apply that here to the music, so that we can help everybody grow through helping him achieve his dreams.
Sweet. So what you're saying basically is that Ayo introduced you to Buckwylla.
Yes, it's because of Ayo.
Yes, that's what's up. Buckwylla in the house, people. Buckwylla, I spilled it. Yeah, so Ayo, so tell us, why Buckwylla? Like, what was your first impression of Buckwylla? Because there are a lot of people, talented people out here just doing stuff and nobody to help.
Okay. Well, my background won't be too long. I actually moved back to Nigeria 3 years ago from the States. Okay, so my bad, Yankee, no
yes,
London boy here. Yeah. So I moved back from the States about 3 years ago. I did grow up here, so half my life here, half my life there. So about 15 years in the States. So I'm like best of both worlds going on.
Sweet.
So I used to do rap over there. Sony Records and all that, whatever. Moved here. When you get here, you got to start all over. All that stuff you did over there makes no sense. Everybody here is what you're doing now.
No.
So I kind of, myself, I threw out a couple of singles, dropped a mixtape, it was crazy, Beats FM, had a little buzz going. Then I sat back.
I them singles.
Some people know them, I mean, got little fans out here a little bit. And then I chilled out, like they said, like I realized I was like, what are we doing? Like with my money, what I could do was only a little bit. You need that backbone, you need that investor, you need that machine behind you, A lot of people, a lot of Nigerian artists, they make this mistake when they see things already done. They don't know that, but Burna Boy, Wizkid, all of them had budgets behind them, and that's how it made it happen, I mean, God would just light it up. Opportunity and talent meets, that's all it is, So, in that case, I sat back, in the process of that, I picked up 2 other artists while I'm an artist myself, and we had this camp called WMG or whatever, Washing Machine Gang, So, we sat back, we weren't making music, but we weren't going to put anything else out till we find an investor, because that's how you're supposed to do it, even though you're going to waste those songs or whatever. And then in the process of that, like you said, Alibi Lounge in Lekki, right, is where we actually met, me and Eugene, at a party. And then they were like, oh, this producer from Atlanta in town, and I kind of would have been the person that can relate to him the most, because he speaks the whole lingo. I ain't got to explain what he's saying to me like some people out here, No way of blowing that for net, you have to have somebody that can blow it with you.
So what's he doing?
Someone that can blow it with you. So that's how we vibed. It was crazy. We just vibed that night. I introduced him to my artist, that was with me that time. He's coming too, Heavy, C-Cent, African Chris Brown, we got him coming to under the same thing. And then we were like, let's go vibe. So he was like, he was so hungry for Afrobeats. Like, I've never seen that. I've known a lot of people that come here, they'll say, yeah, I'm from the States, I do this and that, and try to correct us so much, but they're not interested too much in our actual culture and all that. So he was hungry for it. So I was like, shit, in the 3 years I've moved, I know some people, Like I know a lot of people because I deal with Beats FM personally. I'm training with them, I do voiceovers and stuff too. So we went to the studio on the mainland, we're on the island, but we also have to hit the mainland because it's the streets, that's what's happening, That's where you meet people like him. Shout out to Lekki and all that, but
but shout out to the mainland too. I'm a mainland boy.
Exactly.
Mainland people on that day.
Yeah, shout out to them. Because that's where you gotta put that ear to the street, and that's what he wanted to do. He wanted that real stuff. So I got him some beats in the process of getting him some beats at Ajawa Estate, by the way. Shout out to my hood. That's where we at. And it was kind of like he was looking at me and my camp, and he liked what he saw from me and my camp. But like you said, he's partly Jamaican, so he had an idea of something more global. He had something he's trying to find. They're trying to find a Nigerian artist that is going to be like a universal remote. They can do a lot. Exactly. That's the problem with a lot of Nigerian artists. We make it this Afrobeats, and that's still picking up, like Gibson said, but we're not there yet now. Think about, there's a lot of untapped markets with the islands and stuff like that, like they were saying. And you need somebody that can, make music that all these people like. Because in the States, they love reggae. In the UK, they love reggae. In Nigeria, we love reggae. I'm pretty sure that's where his inspiration comes. Buckwylla's background comes from or whatever. So we were vibing in there. And but you see, the thing about Buck, he's like have you ever met when you meet somebody and you're like, man, this dude deserves all the blessings in life possible. If they can pour all the blessings on one person, he deserves it because he's been through a lot musically. He's young, but musically he's seen a lot. He's been used and abused. He's been sucked out of. You know what I mean? Probably top 5 most talented individual in Nigeria. I say that I've seen them all. I'm friends with them all. They can hear this interview and hear it. Top 5 because he's a big package. He can create. He writes his own songs. He can write for others. He's a machine. He creates and he doesn't stop. Keeps going. So that's what really got Eugene. Eugene was looking at us, but he was like, "What is that?" Because this thing is not stopping.
He doesn't run out of juice. He just
doesn't run out of juice. He's original with it, and he's entertaining, and he's holding you down. And he was like, I was like, yeah. Speaking of him, he has 72 songs out already. Wow. So a lot of the people are about to get to know him, and he's about to finally take off now. We thank God for that. But he's been around, funnily enough, collaborated with all kinds of people. So it's one of those past, his blessing has been, like, you know, that's what they say, timing is everything. Yeah, timing is everything. Well, that's what happened right here.
When God says he has, nobody can say no.
So he wasn't, I'm not going to lie, he wasn't under WMG, but he was like a stepchild to us. You know what I mean? He was like my family friend to WMG, you know what I mean? So when he said that he was interested, I'm not going to lie to you. Most Nigerian people, no offense, a lot of them do bad belly.
Yeah, they'll be jealous.
It's allowed, like he said.
Bad belly is allowed.
But they would have basically just try and block that road and be like, you know, you're not talking about money and you know, whatever, and then let it go. But that's the states that comes out of me. I have both sides. I'm not jealous.
You're able to
I'm not greedy. I'm just trying to make everybody eat if possible. So I was just like, dude deserves this, man. I've heard about people he's been with. I've heard about how talented he is. So I was like, my people, we're still gonna get on and we're good. But we need to. If that's who they want, I'm not gonna block it. I'm gonna help push it. So here we are right now. I'm sitting on the couch with them. We're good. You know what I mean? We became family. Went to Atlanta, chopped it up with them, and the signing is about to happen. And that top 5 I said, check back 1 year if I'm right.
Ayo, that's what's up. Good man.
I said that.
Good man, right there. Dude, right there. Ayo, it's my guy.
So well, the beans has been spilled. Buckwylla, that's the artist. So now Buckwylla, you're gonna introduce yourself. What's your real name?
My name is Emmanuel Woko, and everybody call me Buckwylla, but they not really know my name is Emmanuel.
Where you from?
I'm from River State.
River State.
Yeah.
So I know you've been around for a while. Like you said, you're young, but you've been around for a while. I heard you on Olamide's albums. I think you're on YBNL.
I not really have a couple of things to say right now, but Buckwylla, I'm there, and trust me, a freestyle is like a tissue paper where you go roll it and never end. Yeah, you know. And me bless the Most High for the gift and the talent for everything, and me thank Jah for giving me the talent like water. You understand? It's like a stream that flows from here to Miami and never stop. You understand? And me give thanks and praise to the Most High for this opportunity, for this connection, and Jah direction and everything. I bless Jah for my life. And I bless Jah for Alabama Records. I bless Jah for Eugene. Bless Jah for Gibson. And bless Jah for AO. Yo, see, say, me no say there. Bless up for everybody. Me no say right now. People them watching and everything. And them waiting for Buckwylla. Everybody waiting for Buckwylla. Buckwylla there right now. And trust me, I'm not gonna let no one down. I'm ready right now to lock down Africa, lock down global, yeah, you know. So trust me, just wait for Buckwylla. I keep gonna working till we bring Grammy back home.
Yeah, that's what's up.
And we thank the Most High for job fulfilled, you understand? Because that's why I owe Africa to bring back Grammy home.
Not just headies.
You understand? So I will get a couple of awards, you know, get them around like, whoa, like plant done for your farm.
So, Gibson.
Yeah.
I know Akon is your cousin and your business partner.
Big brother.
Yeah, your big brother. So you want to tell us a little bit about what you guys are up to? You want to spill the beans a little?
Well, you know, we're based in America, and we started like 2004 doing this whole music together, and then till 2008 I kind of branched out to focus more on my own label called G Production, which I created and I trained, picking up the dopest greatest producers out of Europe, from France, Holland, Denmark. You know what I mean? And you know, no matter as an artist or as a producer or as a CEO, no matter what you do in life, if you under, like tomorrow, he's under a label. But if God opened up the doors for him and start making a lot of money, his job is not to be selfish. His job is to open up doors for other artists. What do I mean by that? Is signing other young talent and giving them the same opportunity somebody else gave you. That's what life is about. That's what life, the music industry is about. That's what success is about. It's not your bank account. You feel me?
Yeah, I feel it.
And when I reached that level, when I thought that I could fly on my own, I kind of branched out. G Production LLC, signed my deal with Universal Music. I was the first black to win 4 Grammys in Russia.
Whoop, whoop,
You know,
whoop,
so the
whoop.
music industry has no barrier. It's not only America.
Yeah.
And I hate all these young Africans that want to all move to America and thinking that P Square has proven, because the reason why I'm bringing them their name, the level of music they reach today is a high standard.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's going to take a lot of work. It's good. You guys have a lot of talent, but still I don't care. They're here.
Yep.
So if you want to be better, you're going to have to go above that. And it's not easy.
Nah.
Because it takes talent, it takes a lot of hard work.
Hard work and dedication.
Dedication, thank you for that work, but it takes a strong team also.
Yeah. Good structure.
That's some cash.
Strong team.
It's like a highway.
Yeah.
You got 2 ways. Going this way,
Coming back.
if they're here, this arrow is pointing north, everybody got to go north.
Yeah.
But if this arrow is pointing north, in that same lane, someone want to point south, that's how empire collapse.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, it takes years to build a foundation. So learning from my cousins, it was like basically me trying to fly on my own. It was tough in the beginning, but with discipline, I was able to reach. You know what I mean? I never thought that in less than, I worked with the biggest artists in America in less than 5 years. You know what I mean? I was part of P. Diddy Dirty Money album. I worked with Toba Rihanna, you know what I mean? And all those opportunities were given to me through my cousin, even if not directly, but I watched. You know what I mean? If I had bad experiences and good experiences, I took those bad experiences and learned from it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is one of my best friends. We argue every day. But the next day we sit in the restaurant eating, laughing. You feel me? Because that's what life is about. If me and him argue and we don't talk for 2 to 12, we're not friends. That's what I call fuckboys, period. So, going from there, you know what I mean, we finally decided that we have reached a level in life. As Africans, it's time for us to focus in Africa. That's how, you know, he endorsed P Square. Everybody knows that. Wizkid, the Bond, lately, not too long ago. And respect to all the other African artists that's doing it big, such as John Jazzy, one they call super talented. And my goal, like even to come over here, is he's not even African. I'm African. He's telling me, bro, Nigerian. I'm like, yo, what the heck do you have in Nigeria?
I'm 64% African.
You know what I mean? Yeah, but I'm talking about I'm pure blood African, and he's forcing me to come. But because I try to do so much for my country, and I couldn't get to that level. I'm like, you know, what do you do finally? I'm like, listen, I'm not racist. But if I walk in the building with my resume, knowing that I work from Puff, Snoop, 50 Cent, Akon, Rihanna, Jason Derulo, and someone comes from Europe just because the skin, he don't know shit about the music industry, but you're ready to cut him a check. I'm like, this is not my place. I don't need to be here. But again, it's always good to try.
Yeah.
And to me, there's no limit, there's no border for me.
No.
It's not because I'm from Senegal that I'm just gotta have to help Senegalese people.
No.
I don't believe in that.
No.
I don't believe in that. And he played me his music briefly in my house. You know, he always got something every day. Yo, give something. I'm like, relax, relax. But when something catches my attention, I go deep in it. You know what I mean? But I do also analyze the situation. And when he played me his music, I'm like, this should have been out.
Already.
This record should have been out.
Yeah, getting
But guess what? It's not late. That's good. Maybe there's a reason why.
Yep.
It's good to consult if you don't know. You know what I mean? The people that think they know everything, they're always gonna fall. You know what I mean? Don't be scared to ask questions. And the good thing about it right now is we're all connected through me, through G Production, through Con Live. And I really admire Akon's work right now because he was like, yo, my focus right now is Africa. Any young, talented African, I'm gonna be behind. And he mean it because that's what his main focus is. So if I see somebody that's talented tomorrow, I'm like, yo, what's good with this guy? What can we do? Can we do some type of joint venture? Can we work with them? Can we do something? And it's gonna happen. Because at the end of the day, like I told you, our success comes from passing the torch.
Yeah, torch.
To the
and
young.
you helping other people.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It doesn't matter what they're from.
No.
Africa is Africa.
Africa is Africa.
Period.
Yes, period. So, like, the Nigerian music industry is growing.
It's one of the biggest.
Yes. So, what advice would you have for, like, say, an upcoming artist?
Nigerians are the most hard-headed in the music industry. And I say, y'all can love me, y'all can hate me. I don't give a shit. But it's sometimes bad to have so much talent and not be organized. The advice I'm gonna give them: when you come from nothing and you start making crazy amount of money, don't look down to your people, because those people made you. And never forget your nation, because the pride comes from your nation. Those people are the first one to support you. Those Nigerians are going to be the first one on the line to say, oh, he's Nigerian.
Yep, we're proud of him.
Yeah, we're proud of him. And then all Africa going to follow, because that's where Akon's success came from.
Yeah.
It's not because, oh, he came from the US. No. It's when we took that flag and we started waving
flag,
it.
yep.
We're like, what? The Senegalese?
Yep.
Damn. We went from 15,000 copies to 3.5 million sold.
And that's African.
And discipline in anything you do in life, I don't care what job, if it's not structured and you're not disciplined, you're not going to succeed. Because when people start seeing money, they start thinking that they permitted everything. But the one that's disciplined is always going to stand and go further just because he's disciplined. And that's missing in the Nigerian music. I don't care how they like it or not, how they take it, that's not my problem.
That's the truth.
The talent is here.
Yes.
And there's a lot of talent, there's a lot of raw talent. And they can compete with the world today. Just like America is big, yo, Lagos is what, 18 million people? If people start downloading music for free, it takes one good song, it takes one person in each of this family to buy one song. And
that's success, yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Because music costs money.
Yeah.
People don't understand that it takes thousands of dollars to make one song. You got to calculate the studio,
Yes,
the equipment, the timing, the engineer. They don't understand it costs probably 25,000. If you have a 12 song on the album, each of them probably costs 25,000 minimum. And it depends who produced the record.
Yes.
Because some producers sell beats for $80,000. People like us probably would have said 12, 15,000, depends. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's important that, you know what I mean, Africa, Nigeria need to understand that they're gifted. It's like black Americans. When they're born, they know how to run, they know how to sing, they know how to play basketball and football.
It's an African
American
thing.
football, not
African blood.
Okay. So I think this country is one of the most privileged countries when it comes to the music industry. There's no other country in Africa that surpasses Nigeria.
Nigeria, baby. Nigeria.
I'm not proud to say that I'm Senegalese.
Well,
You know
one Africa. One Africa.
I'm not proud to say that because I would love to be Senegal, but guess what? We are united. It's the same thing to us.
Yep.
And I'll be here, like, you know, like I said, I have a great relationship with a lot of people. I had so much fun last night with my boys, and I wish he was there. It was Davido, Wizkid, one they call. You know what I mean? And that's what I like to see.
Hey, yo, you, like you said, you've been here for like 3 years now.
Yeah.
So what advice do you have for upcoming Nigerian artists?
I think, you know, what's funny is, like I said, I've only been here 3 years, but I think a lot of people don't do their homework before you actually get in the game.
Yeah.
So like I said, it's only discipline, like he said, or the fact that you step back and you think. I started putting the songs out, like most people, they'd be like, oh, okay, you're up to something. But you have to do this stuff right. So if you're not going to do it right, I say don't even do it yet. You know, I feel like songs don't really expire. You know, to me, if they're good songs, they're quality music. So just step back and have a plan. And when you have that plan, you need to study the game. A lot of people don't study the game. I've been here 3 years, but I'm telling you, I have a little bit more knowledge than like some people that have been living here for like whatever. Let's just say even 15 years. Some people their whole life. They don't understand the industry. So because I don't blame them. A lot of things is wrong. You know, this our industry is still raw. We're still developing it. We're still shaping our music industry. Like you said, it lacks discipline too. Yeah, it lacks discipline. It lacks structure. But a lot of people are not doing the homework.
Mr. Eugene, what you got for these cats out there?
I mean, my advice to the Nigerian music community, it really goes to more so the producers and the engineers here, and even the artists. Have pride in your music. As an artist, you're, I guess it would be like a painter, somebody that paints. They paint a picture, they do a drawing, that represents them. It came from their from within them, in their spirit. And so when you want to represent yourself, I have children. You know, my son, he gets up, puts his clothes on, go to school, he don't brush his hair. And it's like, yo, you look a little, you know, rough. I want you to represent me the best way possible. So I want you to look your best. As an artist, you want your best foot always forward. So a lot of times I think the producers and the artists don't get into the technology to bring out, to make the technology basically make them better. Because technology is a tool for us. Without Pro Tools, we wouldn't hear songs. Without computers, we wouldn't make beats. Without algorithms and zeros and ones, there wouldn't be any music. So if that's where the music is coming from, find out everything you can about what you're gonna use to bring your music out. And honestly, America and the UK, we have you guys on that simply because of just how readily available technology is for us. It's hard for you guys to get certain things. You know, how you gonna ship a $70,000 mixing board? How you gonna come to America and be like, yo, I want a studio. Damn, what do I get? You know, you may not know because technology is changing so much, and Americans and Europeans, they're on top of it because they want the edge. If I have a faster computer, I'm gonna be able to have more processing power than you. So you may be able to use 20 plugins, but I can use 50 plugins. Or you may be able to pull up 20 virtual instruments, I can pull up 50. So learn the technology. Just don't use it. What we call it in America, factory preset producers. We call those producers that just buy Reason and they don't get any extra sounds. They don't try to make sounds. They use what's in it. And so all the sounds, everybody that has that program has the same sounds you're using. How are you going to be different? How are you going to stand out?
So you got to find that edge.
Yeah, of course. Artists, you guys have people invested in. You guys have money. Don't settle for a $1,000 mic if you can afford a $3,000 mic. Because I'm going to tell you now, Jay-Z's vocal chain, his mic is $5,000 to $10,000, and his mic preamp is $5,000 to $10,000. That's $15,000 US dollars, not Naira, on just your mic and the mic preamp.
So do not compromise.
If you can. At the same time, don't sit around and not do music if you have low quality equipment. Still make the music. It's happening. It's working here. Everybody's blowing up in the song. The quality, honestly, is not that good sometimes. We listen to it in America and be like, wow, they got a hit with that. Man, we wouldn't get nowhere out here. They'd be like, dang, y'all mix it? Did y'all master it? Y'all had tissue in your ears when you were mixing it?
It's called no time, no time.
So please, still make the music, but when you get the money, go to the next level. And again, you know, this isn't about P Square, but I love the quality of their music. When I play their music, it sounds like what we're used to hearing in America and from the UK. And so strive to that. They don't have $1 million studio. They might not even have a $200,000 studio. But they have somebody back there tweaking and twisting those knobs and playing with that Pro Tools that really knows how to get the instruments clean, clear, and loud without distorting.
Everybody got their role in the studio. Engineers, don't try to be
producer.
That's another
let
thing.
the engineers
know your lane.
That's a lot of things. That's another issue with the Nigerian industry.
Job
That's the issue with every artist.
We do not want, because we want up everything.
Yeah, so like
we agree.
Jack of all trades.
Yes,
Yeah, you want to
but
do
master of none. Master of none.
We need we need songwriters. You need to go get songwriters.
You want to
need
write a
to
song,
go
get a
get
songwriter.
engineers, proper, you know.
Yeah,
Somebody that all he does is engineer.
Yes.
All he does is engineer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Not somebody that engineers
and,
and mixes.
and maybe shoot your video for you.
Everything.
And do your graphics.
Make your DP.
And your stylist.
Yes, man, exactly. And the makeup artist.
You know, I want to give a special shout out to Isaac Fayoshi. God used him to make all this possible.
Def.
You know, that's my big brother here in Nigeria. Mad love for him. Alibi on TV, Alibi Tribe Entertainment.
Oh, yeah.
Michael Adams as well. You know, that's all I really have to say, and I just want everybody to stay tuned and watch out, because this man right here is gonna do big things for your country. So y'all support him, y'all buy his music or download it, whatever y'all do, but support him, you know, because we're gonna be behind him.
Right. So Buckwylla, congratulations.
Respect.
You got signed on the Alibi Tribe Entertainment.
Respect.
So, yours is a success story. So what will be your advice to upcoming cats?
I must say this because I believe this. I believe for every next level there is always a devil to level. And for everyone that is talented and gifted, if you know you're the best and you believe you're the best, never settle for less. And I want to say something. Some people down there, they say, yeah, I'm talented, but no one wants to listen to me. No one wants to help and everything. I was feeling that way sometimes, some months back, some years back. But I believe something, that if you're still alive, God is still interested in your case. You're not better than the dead, you're just living by His grace.
Rhymes, man.
So,
hold up, save all that. Save all that. Don't give it to them for
Save
free.
for the album.
Don't give it to them for free.
He does it in his sleep. He does this in his sleep.
Yeah.
You know, this is what he does. Like, you know, in America, big artists, they don't even write their songs, so it doesn't come out of them.
Yeah.
So what struck me and what impressed me was everything was coming
Out of him.
from him, and it was it was
Non-stop, was
it was
flowing.
like easy, and I picked up on that. I got, you know, I don't know if I got it from him or not, but his ear, having an ear is a gift. You can't train yourself to notice talent or hear somebody that might be successful. So that impressed me, that his skills, they're natural, it's authentic, it's original. You know, I'm from the south side of Chicago, the home of gangsters. We gangbangers run our city. Mobsters started the city. So real recognize real is what we say. What all that means is, when you see somebody that's true to themselves, you want to help them because you're true to yourself. And that's the reason why we're here.
You gotta help yourself first.
Of course,
Yeah,
of course.
yeah.
If I wasn't in the position to come, I couldn't help him.
To me personally, I don't think you don't need to talk about it.
Yeah.
Just show them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We about to.
You know, show them. And I want to say thanks to Alibi TV, man. You know, I mean, I made Isaac and Atlanta, great dude. I'm very hard to. I don't mix that easy with people.
Yeah.
You know, what I mean, it's just me because of my route, and you know, what I mean, he's a great guy. He's a very easygoing person, and you know, what I mean, like, he'll come to Nigeria. He invited me, even offered to pay for my ticket and everything. So it don't happen every day, and I think that we can all do something, and I'm really happy. Every time I come to Nigeria, man, I always get treated like royalty. And you know, I mean, I love, you know, I'll be honest, you know, it's a different vibe. I had so much fun last night. I've been here for like what, 24 hours, and I'm leaving
And people
tomorrow.
showing love.
I'm so happy how they received me, how they treated me, make sure that, you know, everything that I needed. And also just know that we got a huge movement coming right now, MMA, money-making Africans. And this is the prize for all Africans that left this country or this continent and went somewhere and made a difference. That's why when I see Americans begging for a dollar, I tell them, you don't know what I have to do to live in this country. So guess what? Join the movement, MMA, money-making Africans.
Money-making African. Alright. So y'all heard it here on Alibi TV. Daffy El Dante